I will not ever hold dark residual energy again in my life, ever. It ruined half my life. Because when you are a victim of abuse, you start to have self-beliefs of what the abuser tells you, why they're abusing you, and it sticks with you, and it kind of shapes you for who you are, especially if it's the first 7 years of your life. So, once we've eradicated this, you're like, blimey, how am I going to get anywhere forward with this? This is just slowly, slowly, slowly eradicating everything so that you feel light. Music, sound frequency is an absolute wonderful way to do it as well. Has Darren taken my 5 to 8 hertz healing fork? Yes, he has. It's mostly getting me back because I keep nicking stuff from... No, he hasn't. Oh, take that back, darling. I found it. He put it back. So I've been saying for, well, months and months and months that sound frequency is a way forward with cleansing your energy, okay? So this is the 5 to 8. This is the ultimate frequency of DNA repair, transformation, transition, eradicating lots of impurities from your body. Look it up if you want to know more about 5 to 8. Do you know when you get that fizzy bit about when your divine chakra goes, I love that, and your whole head goes, whoa! I hold this here. I wish to align myself with the universe. I wish to free myself of any radicals, any parabens, any chemicals that have infiltrated this human body. I wish to cleanse and reorganise my DNA structure. I am clear for you to bring to me your divine wisdom, love and healing. And if you don't want to do that, you look up 5 to 8 frequency music. And I actually am going to speak to Neil H and see if the next meditation, which will be spiritual ascension or 5D ascension, I'm going to see if he can do 5 to 8. Problem is he has to change absolutely everything to create the frequency. Listen. I could be wrong. Again, I'm no expert, but how I do it is when I want the vibration of whatever sound, I've got the whole chakra sound set. And when I want to, you can do your chakras, by the way. There are chakra sets out there. We've got them as well, where you can use the frequency for each chakra point. Ding, dong, ding, dong, ding, dong, ding, dong. You've got all of them, okay? They're all different frequencies which will energize and open and literally charge your chakra point, okay? So with this, if I wish to absorb it, I go clockwise. And I imagine like a spiral just going in, absorbing that healing, absorbing that healing. And then if I feel that there's stuff that isn't clear, so this could help you with the shadow work, then I go the other way, like I want to pull it out, pull it out, pull it out. Sometimes intuitively, which is incredible because I've been experimenting with it, right? I think, oh God, I need to get something out of there. Obviously, you know, as you'll know from my Cape Verde videos, I've got really horrific problems with IBS and bowel. And so I pull that out and I think, oh, I feel better. I don't feel as bloated today. It's incredible. And then what I do is I flick it or I just waft it out. And the same intention I do with the smoke from the white sage, I do the same with the sound vibration. Please take this from me, release it to the ether with my love and thanks for showing me this lesson. Okay, so sound healing as well can help. these are totally organic, you know. I know that during my meditation this morning, they said, right, show them how to be an empty vessel for us. Right, the rest of it is just coming to me as I do it, which I bloody love. So these aren't planned lessons. I'm just saying whatever comes. So I'm going to put that back in its little space. Okay, so now you've created this empty vessel. And it doesn't matter how slow it takes. Some of you could be hiding or holding on to trauma from when you were 3 years old, 4 years old, whatever it is. As I said, quantum healing hypnotherapists are amazing. Our Lorraine does it, doesn't she? And they will get it and grab it out and keep it out for you. But you can do it yourself. But the first element of any growth is self-love. If you have got problems with yourself, which I did, because when you are subject to years of abuse, I did that bit there. I did that bit, okay? I'm owning up to that bit. My foot's just gone right out because I was stretching it out. Sorry about that. So when you are, that's put me right out now because I'm thinking, oh my God, did I kick it before? No, because my feet were here. Just checking, because I don't like bloody making it look like it's happened and it was me. No, it definitely wasn't me. My feet were way back here. I just stretched my foot out. So when you are dealing with trauma that has been encased in your body and mind, it's almost like a comfort blanket sitting there knowing it's safe and, you know, locked down. It can take a lot of time to get it out there. So be patient with yourself and love yourself for what you've been through. And I recommend, and I'm sure I've done this on a video before, I have a photograph of when I was most probably about 2 years old, sitting, my mum only just told me she ruined it. I'm going to go and get it for you. Hang on a minute. I'm going to go and get it for you. Right. Shut that door. Shut that door. This is in prime position in my lounge, okay? And this is, I actually got this tip from a counsellor many moons ago. Okay, now this is a picture of me. I was about 2 years old. My mum completely ruined this for me. Like about a year before she died, she goes, oh, you were sitting on the potty. I was going for a wee. Come on now. And that is my soulmate, one of my soulmates. He's a splinter of my soul. He's called, I know it's a really weird name, but he was called Tammy, right? And he saved my life. Those braces that you see there, I actually had a little baby grow on. And when my mum just turned, she was literally standing next to me and I was in the baby chair. And she was just turned to pick the phone up off the wall back in the 80s. Oh no, 70s. What am I talking about? Oh, let's say 80s. I feel younger. And I slid down and I was being hung by the strap on my baby grow. And Tammy put her head under my body and was crying and crying and crying. And my mum turned around and went, what do you want, Tammy? And saw it and just screamed and obviously got me out of there. So he saved my life. Look at that energy. Reminds me of Teddy. I wonder if that is Teddy, that he came back again. That's why animals are my life. So the whole point of this picture is that this blinking ring thing is because you can't see my face otherwise. Right, so the whole point of this photograph is that it helps me to connect to my inner child. So every now and then I look at that photograph in a quiet moment and I say, how are you, darling? Are you okay? And if there's anything that comes back in my being, talking to my higher self and my inner child, and I think, no, I don't feel happy about this, I'll do something about it. I will not ever hold dark residual energy again in my life, ever. It ruined half my life. Because when you are a victim of abuse, you start to have self-beliefs of what the abuser tells you, why they're abusing you, and it sticks with you and it kind of shapes you for who you are, especially if it's the first 7 years of your life. So I adore her. I absolutely love her with every ounce of my being. And I used to look at that and think, yeah, you're right then, but then you were dirty and filthy when you got attacked. I'm going to be open about it because we need to be real with each other. And this is exactly what my circles used to be like. you know, I was really badly attacked by a paedophile, and he was showing his son in well, it wasn't public, it was toilets. And so even then, you know, when I told my daddy at the time, I just felt dirty, impure and wrong, and I should have fought more, I should have screamed more, you know, and you get all of these sort of feelings. And I totally got that when I was connecting with rape victims, you know, and people that perhaps said, I knew I shouldn't have let him out that night, he wouldn't be dead now, you know, murder victim families, all sorts. And so this kind of stuff stays in there and creates self-belief systems. It creates this kind of cancer within us that creates our self-belief. And so what you need to do at some point, if you want to experience that freedom, to experience that light, you have to think, it's time I got rid of this. And most of us don't want to go back there. I didn't. I just wanted to party through it and be a roughy-tufty detective. And in the end, I was faced with it because I had to do this work for you. How could I possibly do that if I didn't if I didn't know that I'm working it myself? How could I do that? That would make it so wrong. I'm doing this to show you, help you, how you can find freedom. And no matter what hits you in this life, it's like, okay, whatever, a bit pissed off about that, to be fair, but do you know what? It's okay. I'm okay. I'm enough. I adore myself. So I recommend doing that. Get a photograph of a really happy place, because there was a lot of trauma after, you know, I was from 7 onwards. And so that, I look at her and I just adore her so much, and it's me. And I just say, how are you doing, darling? And then she will speak back to me. And if there's anything needs changing, it will change. If not, I say, I love you so much. And that is a brilliant way, on top of mirror work. When I first was told I had to do mirror work, forget it. Oh, you just wouldn't give up, would you? And I had to go, I really love you. You're the most beautiful, creative, strong, brave woman I've ever known. I'm like, what a load of shit. And then eventually I started to believe it. And it's not, that is not ego. That is your belief system showing you that divine being. When we're babies, when we're born, we are so, hello, we're here. Love me, aren't I gorgeous? Love me. Yeah, I know you're all smiling at me because I'm absolutely wonderful, aren't I? And then it's peerage, parenting, trauma, whatever life has, you know, transpired around you, then gives you your belief systems about yourself. It sets a pattern of your behaviour and your reactions and your responses in later life. And we lose that. Look at me, aren't I gorgeous? Not, oh, my boob's too big, boob's too small, I'm too fat, my bum's too big, I'm rubbish because my last partner was rubbish and I didn't identify, I didn't get rid. It's like, get rid of that. Get rid of it. Look at me, I'm gorgeous. Smile, aren't I? I'm lovely. Everywhere I go. Oh, sorry, you're actually going to think I'm an utter. Your hair looks absolutely gorgeous. I just want to say that. Thank you. And I'm not doing it just to make them feel good. It's because my feeling of, oh my God, you look really lovely. I'll do it. Someone's trying something on in you know, a shop. Oh my goodness, that absolutely is beautiful for you. And I've even been honest and said, to be fair, I think you should have a more vibrant colour because you're so full of beauty. Why don't you just show that, really? I can't believe it. Look at this red dress. Share it, ooze it, absorb it, bring it. That's who you need to be. It doesn't matter if you're laying in bed in pain. It's your mind. It is your being, your higher being, your soul that can get through anything that you are going through, no matter how horrific it is. Hang on for dear life to that positivity, that strength, that love. Hang on to the invisible army that are there to be there for you every step of the way, no matter what is brought to you. And believe me, I have had everything you could possibly imagine. The only thing I haven't had in this life is being murdered, because that wouldn't really serve very well, would it? Because I wouldn't be here to do this. Clear yourself of your past. And who else but Archangel Michael can also do that for you? If you look in my playlist here, it mostly be under Everything Archangels, or my meditation playlist, Cutting Cords with Archangel Michael. Just play it and let me do the work for you if you find it too hard. Cut the cords of your past. Embrace the strength of Michael to go forwards. That's what they're there for. Okay, you're going back down now. Don't forget, This is the microphone. I just want to talk to you as you're going back down to earth. Don't forget, we're all here, right? Don't forget that. And if you do forget it, we'll make sure that you sit and watch someone, and they'll show you how to reawaken yourself. Right, bye. Okay, yeah, down. Okay. That's simple. So can you see the difference? And do remember as well that all of this energy that's held within you, your body remembers. It remembers trauma, and it also can manifest into a problem. So I don't know why I still have my fatigue and pain. I've got no idea. Perhaps it's still because I'm a pioneer and trying to tell you that you've got this, even if you have got, you know, chronic illnesses and disabilities. But this, remember that all of this can manifest into physical problems. So, you know, if you've got so much going on in your head, people say, oh, it's a stress headache. But you're actually manifesting that energy. And, you know, the power of emotion is unbelievable. So, like, if you watch something on the television, and this is what they do. One, I've already told you this before, but Neil H., my musician that does my meditations, right? He said to me, do you know that there's a certain frequency that they play in adverts to make you want whatever they're advertising? There is a sound frequency that hits a part of your brain that says, oh my God, I love that, I want it. What the fluff, right? So I'm like, you're joking? He goes, no. So I'm like, okay. So sound has got a massive part of it, and vision, right? So if you think about the power of your emotion, you watch someone sitting down and they're lovely and slim, aren't they? They're always slim and gorgeous with all their hair, and think, oh, I'm going to totally binge on this chocolate bar, as if. She mostly spits it out after the take. And she's all cosy and she's all lovely and she wants that chocolate. You think, oh my God, I'm going to have... And then later on, subliminally, at some point in that evening, you think, oh, I fancy a bit of chocolate. You watch something that is really alarming or disturbing, your body reacts and goes, oh my God, no, I don't want to watch that, I don't want to watch it. You cringe up, you curl up, you might feel sick, you cringe, you curl up, and your whole body's reacting to your emotion and what you've been exposed to. You see something quite sexy, you're like, oh, hello, I think I might give my fella a little snog now. Be aware that every single stimulant on this earth plane is going to affect you. Be aware that anything that's negative needs to be binned, and be aware that all of the good things that you need to nourish and feed on are the things that you want to grab in and go for. So powerful. Words, imagery, music, frequency, it's so powerful. We are an open receptor to everything. And most of it we're not even aware of. It's subconscious. Be aware of your circumstances, and you will find that when you start to look at this and you start to own your own energy and own your own space and own your own self-belief and love, you will start letting go of friends that you think, hang on a minute, what the hell am I doing with them? No, that's not right. You know, and as an empath, we always get into friendships with people that are manipulative or narcissists. The predators find empaths this easy, and they will have you, whether it's a partner, family member. If it's a family member, just keep them, yeah, lovely, thank you very much, nice to hear from you, there's your Christmas card off your pop. You will find that friends will possibly come away from you the more you grow. It's part of the human process that when you start to grow, when you start to awaken, when you start to own everything, to keep yourself on this beautiful, wonderful, divine path, the people that were there like, oh, hang on a minute, I don't really resonate with that, and you'll feel it and you'll just think, you're all right. They will start being intimidated by your power, and it's not a nasty power. You're just... yeah, I don't choose to have that anymore. I don't do that. I've started doing this now. And they're like, what? Hang on a minute. You're the needy person. And I'm the one that gave you the power when I wanted to. That can't happen now. Well, it is happening. So off you pop. Don't be afraid, because then you will start to attract the right people in your life. You'll start to attract the right partner. Sit with yourself right now and analyse every single person that is in your space. This is your next little thing to do, okay? This is your next exercise. What I want you to do now is I want you to write your name. So press pause and get some paper and pen. And I want you to write your name in the middle of the circle. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is, obviously, I don't know what family members you've got, how many family members you've got, whatever you want. I want you to think about every single person that's in your life on a regular basis, all right? And people that should be in your life. So, say if you've got family that's a million miles away, or whatever they are, and I just want you to put a circle, literally, around your name. That is your energy. That is Nikki. That is me, my energy, my status, my place on the planet. And then I want you to start writing. So think of the first person and put a circle and then put either the initial or their name. Okay. So in the end, you're just putting circles randomly. You don't have to think about it. Just literally put the circles around your name, and then however long it takes, press pause if you need to. Just think of everybody that should be there and the people that are there. Okay, just do the circles. Right, press pause if you don't want to know what this is all about now. Okay, you've most probably sat there and done what you needed to do. This, again, was another thing brought to me through a counselling session. It was the most powerful thing I ever saw. It made me cry my eyes out. Because what I did is... I'm not going to put all my names down because I don't want them to see this. Right, what I did is I remember doing this and putting a circle and putting the names of everybody around me. And so the therapist took it from me. God bless you, you beautiful darling. I understand you've passed up now. What an incredible man he was. My lovely, lovely therapist. He said, okay, he said... So you've got your dogs, literally, and I actually did, I remember now, I actually did draw my dogs linking in, not even thinking about it. Right, he goes, you got that there. And he said, and you've got your mum up here. He said, what does that tell you? I went, what do you mean? And he goes, well, you've put her in a tiny little circle and she's miles away from you. And I went, my God, you're right. And then I started to look at all of the relationships of the people, and incredibly, your higher self, your inner child, whatever you want to call it, actually will show you what you feel about things. Your subconscious is the most powerful thing going, right? And I was like, oh my God. And I found that really the biggest trust that I had and the biggest love I had was my dog at the time. My partner at the time was like sort of floating in the ether, and he's going, well, why isn't he close like the dogs? What's going on there? And it was like, he goes, all you need to do, he goes, just go back and just look at where the people are in the circles, whether they feed you or they drain you, and why you've put them subconsciously distancing themselves away from you. Also analyse when you do this, the people that are far away, have you created them being far away? Are you happy with creating them that far away, or do you need to build the bridge? If not, and you're happy they're there, thank you very much. And if I hear you've died, I'll be fine with it. That's okay. All right. Some of the mid-bubbly people are a bit wishy-washy, like, or the ones that just phone you and offload all of their shit and then say bye, don't even ask you how you are. They're the ones you really need to start thinking about distancing. The whole point I'm realising with this beautiful, organic, inspirational, intuitive lesson, it's not a lesson, it's a session with you, is that it's owning your space. If you don't own your space and own your boundaries and own your self-love, then you're going to really struggle to get forward in anything that we're going to start venturing into in the near future, in the next years to come. You have to own your space. You have to be checking in on your space. You have to be thinking, how do I feel about this? How do I not feel about this? You have to stop allowing your ego structure to say, oh my God, do this anyway. It's the easiest way. Well, no, it's not. It's the wrong way, but it's easy. How many times do we make a decision because it's easy and it turns out it's the wrong decision? Quick fixes, that's what we need, because our ego needs it. I can't wait. I need a quick fix. fad diets. I need to lose weight, I need to lose weight. Well, really, the whole point is to eat with moderation and lose £1 to £2 a week and change your lifestyle. No, 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 I'm going to go on the Cambridge diet. I'm going to starve myself because, oh, look, I've lost £6 in a week. Well, that's going to go straight back on when you actually live a normal life. Why are you doing that? Own the energy. Own the fact you don't need to eat things. You don't need to stuff your face. Why am I stuffing my face? Why am I doing that? What has exposed me to want to do that? And if you feel that you have any problems, and it's a big problem, addiction is surrounded around the lack of serotonin we have. We remember how euphoric it is to be in the spirit world. So many of us have massive problems with addictions. I was nearly there in the police, I reckon. We had a culture of drinking so much, and I used to drink like a fish. Now I can't even do like half a glass without thinking, oh God, no, I feel a bit dizzy. Such a wet wipe. And so if you do feel that you are having problems with serotonin and dopamine, and that you are eating, having relationships, gambling, identify it, embrace it. You see, embrace it. I've checked the connections as well. It's absolutely fine. Embrace it and go to AA, go to NA, go to a counsellor, go to your GP, go to people and say, I have actually got an issue with this. Hardest thing you'll ever do, because the biggest step is accepting that you're in denial of whatever is taking over your life, whatever you're hiding. The more beauty that you feel about yourself and the more you surround yourself with it, the better. So it's all, you know, if you have got addictions, you're aware of it and you don't want to change it, absolutely fine. It doesn't mean you can't ascend. It doesn't mean that you can't raise your vibration. Absolutely not. I know loads of really good mediums that told pissheads because they need the boost. They need the boost because it's not enough down here. And especially when we do readings, like now, I am buzzing because I know that I really do know that I'll be helping some people. If it's just one person, I'm buzzing. I know as soon as I finish this, I'm going to be like, oh my God. So I'll just go and ground myself on the beach, have a decaf coconut milk coffee, because that's how I roll, and just, okay, this is all good. Thank you for allowing the inspiration to come through to help the people that watch me. Thank you. Thank you for the opportunity for me to be able to do this. Thank you very much. Okay? It takes courage. It takes courage. And if there are things that you identify that you're not happy with, find the crystal that will help you eradicate that. Tiger's eye is really good for addiction. So is rose quartz. Take the responsibility to be the person, the energy you want to be. And if there's people creating that, have the strength to walk. Oh no, but I won't be able to find a flat. I haven't got enough money. I can't do this. Ego, ego, ego. Just trust the process. Look at me. I was homeless for 8 months. On my knees. With nothing. But this isn't, look at me. Look at how brilliant I am. Absolutely not. Because if I was watching this in the deepest, darkest depths of my despair, how many D's can you get in there? And I watch this, I'll be like, oh yeah, you think you know, oh you're so good, you've got it all sus. No, I haven't. I'm just trying to impart with you how I cope. You know? How I cope. And the other thing is as well, have visualizations. Look, I've just got to get Teddy's one done. There's my bubba. So she makes me smile. I've got one there of me and Darren, just there when we was on a holiday in Madeira, which is a wonderful memory. I've got my Mina, my first big, you most remember, some of you, my Mina, my bull mastiff. I've got my dragon plant because I love dragons. I've got plants over there. I've got the 2 dragons from my mum's house. I've got a photograph of my mum over there. I've got a bowl of crystals there. I've got crystals over there. I've got my, what you call the fried egg, the zeolite, sitting there. That faces me every single time I talk to you. I've got all of my crystals emanating here. I've got my citrine, which is throwing energy to me every time I switch it on. I've got my dragonflies, which are one of my favourite spirit insects. I've got my beautiful gifts from people. This one from Lorraine. All of these are all gifts But this is a good one. Oh, look, she's just peeking behind there. Look, this is what my circle got me. World's greatest teacher. Shoe came off when I got homeless, but I wanted to keep that, so I just threw it in a bag. You know, so I've got everything around me. So the next part of this session is to allow you to have everything around you that makes you smile. And this reminds me, obviously you can see, that's my, you can't see it, that's my G-Sick pass there. And these were on the tables at our dinner. And it throws the most incredible light when the sun's in here with the sun catcher. And it makes me smile. So the next part of your growth is to create a space that makes you smile. If you're looking, I made the most, I think it was a distraction thing, that when we got back from Spain, I needed to clear everything out. And I just needed to change everything. I think it was part of my grieving process. So I ripped out the old wardrobes and sold them for a song. And everything's still sitting in a heap because both of us aren't well enough to do it, and we can't find anybody to come and put the fitted wardrobes up, right? And so that is really annoying me, so I just have to shut the door. But when you get something that you're looking at, which you're exposing yourself to, and you think, oh my God, there's a crack over there, it's doing my head in. I really hate the colour in here. I hate that woman. I don't even know why there's a photo of her there. She really does my head in. Oh my God, that was that. That really made me upset when I saw that. If you've got things like that in your home that are triggering events from the past that aren't very good, or trigger an emotion in you that makes you think, I don't feel good, get rid of it or hide it or put it somewhere that isn't great. Everything I look at now is just makes me feel amazing. Everything I've got in here I absolutely love. Right, this is my sacred space in here, my tiny little corner, my tiny little room, and I absolutely love it. Everything. I've got all my seascape stuff. I've got a seahorse over there, which is a carved wooden thing. Just create abundance, beauty and calm in your home. If you need to change your environment, just change it to white and add the accents. The problem is with us is we get attracted to different colours. Mine, as you most probably know, is pink, pink, pink and more pink, right? And then the other one, incredibly, is green. And I think it's Raphael, Chamuel and Ariel, okay? So everything is pink. Everything's got to be pink. So the whole point of that is I don't want to paint things pink. So I add a pink cushion. Right, so so suddenly I think, oh my God, I'm really, really connected with green chakra energy. So I painted my bedroom green, right? And now I'm like, no, I don't want it that anymore. I just want a pale blue, which is like Raguel's colour. Beautiful white dove pigeon just went past them. Yes. And so I'm like, I want to change it now. And I keep changing the colour. And this will happen because you just go through colour frequencies, sound frequencies, and they chop and change. So the best thing to do, my advice, is have white and then add the colour that is good for you. At the moment, I'm loving pink and purple. So that's why I've got pink and purple light around me. And I got one, you can change the colour because I know that I'm going to get the ump with this soon and it'll be perhaps a vibrant red. So be aware of your circumstances. And if you can, some of us can't, but if you can, create a sanctuary room, you know, where you just sit, where you can meditate and where the family knows that if the door's shut, they don't bother you, and create this inner sanctum of beauty, tranquility and calm with your, you know, with your white sage in there and your crystals and your lighting, your ambient lighting, your favourite plants and your favourite photographs. And just a tip, if you've got anything electrical in there, I always remove my computer when I'm doing this. Is it worth spinning it around? Basically, over there, I have got a flat screen television on the sideboard, and I've got a huge lump of crystal quartz. In fact, this is interesting. And what it does is absorbs the pollutants from any electrical energy, EMF, anything like that, so that you don't get affected by it. And if you look, this is the incredible thing. My friend Faye got me this years and years and years ago. Oh, now I did that because I'm stepped right forward. Bloody hell. So, if you look, that's that side. This was pure white. So I turn it now and then. Chuck it on the selenite plate. Now that has been away from the television. This hasn't. Can you see the difference? It absorbs pollutants. It's a bloody superb stone, clear quartz. And that's why I'm drinking the energy of it at the moment, because I just bloody love it. So that absorbs the energy from the television, okay? So, you know, if your job is to work on computers, or you're near electrical things a lot of the time, Metrotron grids are good, all that kind of stuff, geometry grids and things like that, and clear quartz. And at the moment, I told you this before, I don't know if it's a placebo, but I just feel, oh, because I'm drinking the frequency of clear quartz. So this all sounds like, oh my God, I've got so much to do. I've got so much to do. I've got so much to work on. Please don't be overwhelmed by this. This is a lifetime of what I've picked up along the way from counsellors, guides, angels, my own self-work. You know, this is a long history of me working to be the best I possibly can. Okay? And so these are all hints, tips. They're not, you have to do this by now and you've got to do this, you've got to do that. Just stop and take notes. Create a little life plan. It's baby steps, darlings. Most of you, to be fair, that connect in this tribe are pretty much there. You've got it. But we've got to start with the basics. And there is nothing wrong with going back to basics. I do it all the time. I don't think I'm some learned, wonderful. I go straight back to the basics all of the time. And just these tiny little things, I also view as an act of self-love. I am drinking my clear crystal quartz. I am saging myself. I am creating a room that makes me feel so happy. Okay, and you've got to work with your family. Look, I really want to create a room that doesn't like piss me off. Hate that colour. I don't want that picture I hate. And I know that Auntie Gert got it for us, but I just don't like it. It really doesn't, because you will, oof. I've done this lesson with you before, haven't I? I keep saying lesson. It's because they're making me feel like I'm doing a lesson session, where I told you about imagining eating a putrid, rotten pear, or whatever it was, and then eating the most delicious, rich strawberry ever in the world, and your body will react to it. So change your surroundings, change what's going on within to open up to the divine, to be the purest receptacle you possibly can for whatever your intention here is to have. Whether it's you want to connect with the spirit world because you want to work as a medium, whether you want to be a healer, whether you just want to live a more spiritually aware life, whatever it is, these are the ways to help you get to a level of complete abundance, peace, tranquility, and awakening. Okay, now most people will say, in the next session we'll be doing this. I haven't got a clue, and that's what I bloody love. I've got no clue what we're going to cover. I wait for them to give me a vision, make me feel something, and then I feel like if I don't do it, I'm going to burst, which has just happened. I had no plan to do this because I've got to get all my my stuff written up for my angel cards, and I'm like, no, I've got to do it. I've got to do it right now. They've told me to do it. I need to do it. So this is what you need to take home with you and just see what you want to do about it. Be very thoughtful and mindful of your situation, your circumstances, what surrounds you, who surrounds you, and how you feel within. And just gently work it with tiny little things incorporated. Create, as I say, if you're right at the beginning of this journey, or you're just starting, or you're re-jumping back in, because a lot of people will be with this energy going on at the moment, then just little practices. Just create a little plan that you know is doable. Do not create a big mountain for yourself that's going to stress you out, because that will, you will stop halfway through. No fad diets on this one, all right? This is slowly, growy. And then as soon as you start illuminating your energy, and as soon as you start saying, I'm here, look what I'm doing, they'll go, yay, hands up, let's get going, let's get crack-a-lacking. And then they'll start teaching you stuff. Oh, do you know how to cosmic order? No, let us show you. Cosmic order your new house that you need. Cosmic order the paint you need to paint the room. Cosmic order you having a baby, whatever it is. But people have got this indoctrinated belief system that, oh no, it doesn't work. Oh no, of course it's not going to happen to someone like me. Oh yeah, she's just lucky. They're lucky. There's no luck in it. Anyway, I really hope you've benefited. I can't even bleed and talk. There is definitely gin in there. That's why I feel so good. Darren is slipping me gin in my water bottle. I'm not joking. I'm going to change that wording. I'm going to change that wording. I really hope, no, I have to say it. I'm going to say it. I really hope you have benefited from this session. Please let me know in the comments below. If you have, as I say, I'm being told by my lovely team to say that can you please hit the like buttons. This brings us up in the algorithms, I don't know how, so that more people can find us and join the tribe. And that is all I care about at the moment, is illuminating people that are sitting in their darknesses. So my darlings, bit of homework. You can take some of it, you can leave some of it, you can take all of it, you can leave all of it. It really doesn't matter. The fact is, this is a way for you to start reaching your ascended, awakened level of consciousness. Until the next time, my beautiful, wonderful beings, take care.